Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm glad you're back here in the channel watching this video. I'm going to continue with the trend that I started yesterday when we played Deep and show you another deck that I haven't showcased in the channel yet that's a little bit underplay as well, and that's going to be Anivia. So you probably have not seen many Anivias running around recently, but this deck has always been pretty good, right? It's a Shadow Owls Failure control deck that the whole purpose is that you just summon Anivia. You're able to revive her because of Rekindle, because of Harrowing, etc. Meanwhile, you're just controlling the opponent's board, right? So once you get to turn 10 and you're able to summon multiple Anivias, that's usually the way that you win. You're able to just win the game. Like if you have 2, 3, sometimes 4, 5, or 6 Anivias in the field, you then get a really big attack with them, and you're just able to obliterate, completely kill the opponent's board. Now, Anivia has not been played too much recently because we have stuff like She Who Wonders, right? So She Who Wonders is able to hit Anivia and just obliterate. Target is really annoying because a Fallen Comet is also able to obliterate Anivias, meaning that we're not able to actually revive her with Rekindler or the Harrowing. But as you'll see in some of the games today, you can kind of play around that stuff a little bit and be able to get value in different ways. In terms of how the cards in this deck, again, it's pretty straightforward, right? So you're playing the Shadow Owl package that is just controlling stuff. Triple Battle Feast, 1 Bot, 1 Grass, 3 Whales, triple Vengeance. All this removal tool from Shadow Owls allows you to just completely stop the opponent on their tracks from what they're doing. And then on top of that, we also have Avalanche and Ravines from Failure, which also stop the opponent from doing anything. Then we also have Tavern Keeper, and we have Aberration Sentry, and even Aristocrat. All good blockers that are just getting you more value because they either get you draw, get you heal, or get you another blocker in the field. So literally all our cards, all our support cards are just meant to just stall the opponent, stop them from doing anything to us. And then on top of that, we get to like the actual Anivia package, right? So 2 entreats. Anivia is our only champion here, and we want to make sure that we draw Anivia. So you can do the entreats to draw Anivia if you don't get her, or sometimes if you already have Anivia in the field, you can do the entreat to get a second Anivia, which gives you Harsh Winds, which is one of the best champion spells in this whole game. Like the fact that you get Harsh Wind with Anivia is crazy. Obviously, one Gluttony can synergize with Anivia so that you can kill the Anivia and summon a Rekindler right away. Triple Rekindler to just bring your Anivia back, and then triple Harrowing to bring back your Rekindlers and your Anivias as needed, and Ruination, another way to remove the opponent's board. And you don't have to worry about it because your Anivias are always coming back with Rekindle or Harrowing. So usually you don't care about the Ruination, even if you have an Anivia on the field. The deck is super greedy, super greedy, but it's actually good. It actually felt really good because Shurima got a little bit nerfed, right? Now you are gonna still lose pretty badly to Mono Shurima, especially because the level 3 Seraph obliterates your units. But aside from Mono Shurima, I think the deck does very well against most of the things out there. So if you're running into a lot of aggro, if you're running into like a lot of other random decks that get punished by stuff like Ruination that are like board heavy, I would recommend playing this deck. But anyways, again, if you like the content, please make sure to like it below and to also subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day, and every subscription helps us a lot. I'll see you all at the end of the video for some mulligan tips. So in this matchup, we'll be going against Feel Their Rush. So before, I would have told you that this is a good matchup. However, She Who Wonders is a big deal. She Who Wonders is a big deal. Because She Who Wonders will actually obliterate our Anivias. So once we get to turn 10, if the opponent has She Who Wonders, we just lose the game. Because our Anivias get obliterated. Now, we could potentially get enough Anivias in the graveyard, as well as the Rekindler, so that our Harrowing is still good, even after the opponent does a She Who Wonders. That might be the only way that we win. We also are not playing any ramp in this deck, so opponent could potentially get there faster than us if they're playing the ramp version of Feel the Rush. So I'm very interested to see how this match goes, to be honest, because I really have no idea how it's gonna go. Again, I just know that if we get to turn 10 and the opponent has She Who Wonders, we kind of just lose the game, right? Unless we can stabilize and just push a lot of damage and have a lot of Anivias dead on the graveyard before that so that their Harrowing can bring them back. I guess we can do that with the Glimpse, for example. Opponent decides to pass. And Gluttony. Gluttony is very good. We pass right back. So Gluttony is really good because you can bring Rekindler back. So this is going to be just a passing game. This is peak Runeterra right here, guys. Peak Runeterra. Imagine if we had Vengeance right here. That would be so good. 3, 6, 7, 8. I cannot. I wanted to do the glimpse, but I don't think I can. I cannot do the glimpse, because if we do the glimpse, we just straight up lose the value there. That's pretty good here. This is pretty good right here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Opponent could have a Vengeance and then try to kill this with a Battle Feast, but we'll have the Gluttony to be able to bring back a Rekindler. And again, we just need to suicide our Rekindlers enough. Opponent passes, we pass back. Oh, bye-bye, Tryndamere. And now we can Vengeance the Trundle. So now that's 2 champions gone. So now that's 2 champions gone here. So we Tryndamere gone, Trundle gone, but neither of them really matter. Neither of them really matter. What matters is she who wins. He's gonna actually entomb this, which I don't hate back for him to do. That's actually pretty smart. It keeps his Trundle alive, especially now that he lost a Tryndamere. Having that Trundle stay alive is probably very crucial. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to play a card next time, no matter what. Man, why does She Who Wonder kills champions, bro? That's so unfortunate. She Who Wonders killing champions is so huge for the opponent. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm kind of tempted to. So hear me out. I'm kind of tempted to do the Gluttony right now. But the Gluttony gets punished by a Vengeance, so I guess probably not good. We can Glimpse instead, but then we draw too many cards. If the opponent has the Vengeance right now, I want him to do it. So I'm gonna do it right now. Doesn't have the Vengeance, so that's 1 Rekindler on the field, that's 1 Anivia on the graveyard. What we can do next turn is that we can actually use Ruination. So by doing the Ruination next turn, we guarantee that we have at least 2 Anivias and a Rekindler in our grave, which is huge, right? Opponent does get to get another Ice Pillar here, which is a little bit annoying. If they do feel the rush, they just lose the game to the Ruination. So remember we talked about, right? She Who Wonders just wins the game for him. So I really want to just have like as many Anivias and Rekindlers in our graveyard so that the Harrowing can bring them back. Now, opponent does have enough mana for. Fortunately, it does have enough mana for Feel the Rush. If 3 sits, 3 sits. We also shouldn't summon. We also shouldn't do the Entreat right now. So we should never do the Entreat right now because it means that we just straight up lose. We could do. Reset 79. If we pass, we burn a card. If we Vengeance, opponent could have another. Opponent could have Feel the Rush and wins the game. I think we Vengeance now, right? I think we're 100% Vengeance. Now that the opponent did this, I think we always Vengeance. Here's the question: do we play around She Who Wonders by doing the Ruination on our own board? We have double Ruination. Oh wait, this is pretty good for us. So that's 2 Anivias in the graveyard. So opponent just gave us a second Anivia in the graveyard. Opponent needs to do a Well right now, or do a Rabin. Yep, Avalanche. What if we just Glimpse this? I guess we could also just summon the second Anivia. What if we just Glimpse this? No, then we have too many cards. I think we take it like this. I think we take it like this. And what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do Rekindler. So we can do Rekindler, bring back the Anivias, right? I kind of wish that we didn't get this Anivia. I really wish we didn't get that Anivia, actually. Let's do Rekindler. Rekindler is better. Because Rekindler turns that Anivia into a Harsh Winds, so she's not gonna get killed by She Who Wonders. Yep, there you go. Opponent does She Who Wonders now, right? Which obliterates a whole board, except that it doesn't obliterate our Anivia, actually, right? The question is here, do we ever glimpse here? 3, 6, I think we do. We can glimpse and we can also Battle Feast. So by glimpsing here first, we have a Rekindler on the graveyard, and we have 2 more Anivias that we have lost. So we survived the first She Who Wonders, which is the big deal. I think the Tavern Keeper is better than Battle Feast. Oh, well, actually, no, we lose the Tavern Keeper. I was going to say the Tavern Keeper is better than Battle Feast because he doesn't lose to the opponents having their own Battle Feast. Unfortunately, we don't have it, so... Yeah, so that's what I was talking about, because now the opponent can push 11 damage here. And if they have Atrocity, they win the game. I guess not really, right? Atrocity doesn't win him the game. Now, Atrocity doesn't win him the game. Atrocity doesn't win him the game because we have Well and we have Grasp. I'm going to start with Anivia first. If opponent has a second She Who Wonders, it sucks, right? Again, it sucks a lot. Except that that's 2 She Who Wonders down. And what can we do next turn? We can do the Harrower. And now we have Rekindler, a Kindler, and 2 Anivias on the field. So we do like this. The opponent will have to have the 3rd She Who Wonders. And if they have the 3rd She Who Wonders, we were always meant to lose this game, guys. Like always. We actually don't attack here either, by the way. Because if we let the Anivias die, opponent can just kill them with like a Rabin or a Well. So we just pass. We get a second Heroine. This Anivias become big again. We have blockers for both. Opponent could have like another Well or something, right? Opponent commits Field the Rush, we can Ruination. So here we just do Ruination. I think here we just do Ruination and then just do another Heroine next turn. Especially if the opponent does this. I want the opponent to do our Avalanche here, if they have it. So if they have an Avalanche, I don't mind them doing that. That's 2 Trundles down. We know they lost their Tryndamere earlier. We do the second Heroine next turn. Yep. That's your Avalanche, cool. Now we do another Heroine. Oh man, I love this card. I love this card. Heck, we even have another Rekindler as well. So now we have 6 Anivias. Which is 12 damage. Opponent needs to have their own Ruination. So opponent could counter this with Ruination plus another Avalanche, right? Or a Rabin. Ruination plus Rabin actually counters this. Yeah. You can emote all you want, man. I literally was playing on She Who Wonders the whole game. So I don't think opponent can say that we, like, opponent can now say that we got lucky because we literally were playing around it, specifically the whole game. The stack is almost full, by the way. That's actually kind of funny. And here we go. Here is the big triumph. I can't believe we actually survived against 2 She Who Wonders. That's actually nutty. Come on, he's gonna slow play now. I guess we gotta emo him back. We gotta emo him back. This takes forever. This Anivia speed animation should be sped up. Like, look at this. Sure. Sure. Oh my goodness. This is the Anivia dream right here. Sitting here, you thought the Shurima movie was bad? You thought the Shurima movie was bad? Just look at this. You're literally sitting here for like 10 minutes doing nothing. GG's, GG's. I feel proud of that game. I feel really proud of that game. Outplaying that She Who Wonders was actually pretty products. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against GP Sejuani, which I think we have a good matchup here, right? The Ruination looks very, very juicy, to be honest. I think the Tyrant Keeper is slightly better than the Sentry, because the Sentry will die to like stuff like Parley and Make It Rain. Well, it's also very good. We'll take quite a bit of damage here, but the Tyrant Keeper is going to end up becoming a better blocker. We can ruinate his stuff, and then we just have to try to draw into like some of our other cards. Like potentially, obviously, Avalanche is pretty good too. Opponent should always open attack next turn. Like, he should take this pass and open attack, and just guarantee that they get the trigger. Yeah, a little bit where they don't, they do. There we go. So there we go. We get the 3 heal value here. No Anivia, obviously, is a little bit unfortunate, but we might be okay with that just because our hand is a little bit slower. We might just be able to Avalanche next turn, to be honest, and I might be okay with that. Vengeance is huge, so now we don't have to commit. We can just Vengeance either GP the Sejuani. Now Avalanche does mean that we lose our unit here, but I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think it's better. I think it's better than dealing with that Corsair, to be honest. This is always gonna die anyways to a Maker in our Parley. So I think I'm better off doing this, not dealing with the Corsair anymore, and go calling it a day. We still have Well, and this puts this on the Well range. Yeah, be my guess. Got a glimpse there, but I don't think it's necessary. I think we just go ahead and, like, we have 2 options. We can either Well right here to stop the trigger, or we can just play the Tavern Keeper again, which I think is fine. Like, his champions being leveled up don't mean a lot to us, because we have Vengeance and Ruination. I guess if he gets like 4 champions, then it's kind of annoying. Otherwise, I'm okay with this. You know what would be really annoying, actually? If the opponent gets Rekindler. Rekindler will be actually be very annoying here. Because even if we kill his champion, opponent will be able to get Rekindler. Because he has nabbed 2 cards from us already. Now, he doesn't have the Merkin on the field, which means that the Rekindler still costs 7 mana. Okay, well, the opponent has 4 cards. 4 of our cards in their hand. Let's just do this. Let's do this so that we have a blocker. It still gives Vengeance mana. We can also, like, I don't care about losing my board here if the opponent has, like, Make It Rain or something. Okay, so one of them is a Sentry, which is not bad. We could Bots right now and kill both his units. I might be okay with that, but then that's just giving him the draw. So I think the Bots is better off for later. Yeah, the Bots I think is better for it. So we get the Rekindler, not Anivia yet. He gets some Intrigue. Wow, okay. This is what we do with Ruination, by the way. Oh. Well, if it's just GP, we can just Vengeance, right? No, I still like the Ruination here. He has a lot of units. So I still like the Ruination right here. We have Vengeance for next time. We get to draw with the Sentry, and we could potentially draw into another Ruination as well. That's 1 champion down, 5 more to go. 1 champion down, 5 more to go. We know he has one in his hand. We're not in any threat of dying. Opponent has 2 more of our cards. If one of them is the Rekindler, that's kind of annoying. Opponent literally drew the perfect card here. So he's able to push a lot of damage. We really need that Anivia. Because Anivia also gives us access to potentially, if we draw 2 Anivias, you know, be able to do some funky stuff. Yeah, Rekindle will be very bad here. Now, we know that there's only 2 more Rekindlers in the deck, so opponent has a low chance of getting a Rekindler. But it's still a good enough chance that makes me worry. If the opponent summons a second champion here, like GP, it will actually die to the bots. This Sejuani, we can still put her at 1 HP. Actually, no, she will be at 2 HP, so it's not enough. The GP will be at 5, so this is 2 plus 3, that's 5. Yeah, it had to be Sejuani, huh? So I guess we just Vengeance, right? No reason to do anything else. The moment that we get Anivia, we win this game, to be honest, because Anivia means that... Oh wow, double Vengeance, and we have exactly 12 mana. So Anivia means that we just completely clear his board every single turn, right? So we can Vengeance the first Sejuani. If opponent develops, he's going to be playing into a second Ruination, even though we don't have it. We can pass, because we can bots. Like, as long as we keep the mana, opponent's always going to be worried about second Ruination. Yeah, this is such a nice box. Because we can Vengeance Sejuani, and we can bots the rest of his units. As soon as he taps out of... I need him to tap out of GP. So I need him to tap out of the GP mana. Okay, he doesn't. I needed him to tap out of the GP mana, unfortunately. Question is bots still better? Because we can do this. And also do the Vengeance. Or we could Vengeance the GP. And let the Sejuani live. And just kill her next turn. Because the GP, killing the GP right here stops more damage than if we kill a Sejuani. And the Sejuani doesn't really matter to us. This is fine. We have to do the bots right now to protect our 1 damage from the Corsair. So opponent gets to push 6 damage here, plus 2 more. Why? Why not do the warning shot? I'm confused. So that's 2 champions down. It still has 2 of our cards, by the way, right? They still have 2 of our cards that they haven't used. It could be Harrowing. Wow, it could actually be the Harrowing. We play triple Harrowing. There's no other card that I can think of that opponent would have just played by now. So I'm almost positive that the opponent has our Harrowing in their hand. Like, I'm almost 100% positive that the opponent has Harrowing in their hand. Which is really unfortunate. Because we don't have Ruination. So what we're going to need to do is that we're going to need to actually Glimpse. So I don't want to attack, because if Anivia dies, it could make it rain. I guess we should just attack. This makes their Harrowing a little bit worse. This makes their Harrowing worse. If it's a Rekindler, if they play it now, they lose the value from some of the Rekindler. I guess we'll go ahead and attack now. If the opponent has to make it rain to be able to kill this Anivia, he needs to sacrifice his Sejuani as well. I guess he doesn't have to sacrifice Sejuani. What are we talking about? He just goes like this. We still have Vengeance for us, I'm okay. Even if we lose this Anivia, we have Rekindler, which is why it's a little bit okay. This does make their Harrowing a little bit better though, but opponent keeps summoning units. So I'm guessing they actually don't have Harrowing. Yeah, this tells me that they don't have the Harrowing. I thought they had 2 cards from us. Did they use... Oh, wait, they used the Entreat. So yeah, they only have 1 of our cards. Okay. We Vengeance and still have also mana for Well. So we're still in a good spot. Or we can just do double Well. If the opponent lets us summon the Rekindler, we have enough mana for Rekindler plus this. So yeah, it's just gonna be Well. It's gonna be Well plus Vengeance, and then just summon Rekindler next turn. So we can do it like this. This puts us at 5. We go like this, and this puts us at 6. But I feel like that's actually worse because we can just kill this Sejuani next turn, right? So I think I don't mind being at 5. I think it's better to do it this way because we can just kill Sejuani next turn. We can just kill Sejuani next turn with the Anivia. So I don't feel like it's actually worth it to... We literally still have enough mana to do Rekindler plus Withering Well as well, by the way. So we still have enough mana to do like Rekindler plus Withering Well to open up next turn. So we're not afraid to die here. And we just clear his whole board. We can also do the Blighted Ravine as well. It accomplishes the same thing. But once again, that big Harrowing is my fear. Right? Now, we have enough mana to summon Rekindler. Oh, so he's just gonna Vengeance. Do we glimpse here? We can glimpse here. It's a free glimpse. It's a free glimpse. We can always well next turn. We don't have enough mana for Ravine anyways. Oh man, that would have been such a punish. That would have been such a punish. Imagine if we had that instead of the glimpse. We will have summoned. Okay, so we go down to 4. Opponent has Warning Shot plus 1 more spell. So opponent has Warning Shot plus 1 more spell. Which is probably Parley, okay. So we lose the Parley. We block this. We kill the Sejuani with the well. And we can even just Vengeance this if we need to. Don't think we need to. I think we just go like this. At 4 and not scared. We can save the Vengeance to be able to stop like the boat, right? So the Vengeance can be used for the boat instead. Opponent does this to be able to protect his unit. Or to play around. Wait, that's it? That's your big play? Still kill everything. We still go to 2 HP. Opponent has there's no single card combination in his regions that actually let him get there with 2 HP, right? Because Make It Rain is only 1. Parley is only 1. Yeah, this is fine. This gives us 4 Anivias. There shouldn't be a region. There shouldn't be any 2 cards. Any 1 card, sorry, that does the 2 damage that the opponent needs. And this is already lethal. Because the Anivias, as well as the white board, is enough to finish the game. I guess opponent could have the second Sejuani. I mean, yeah, the second Sejuani, and then they'll have to sacrifice it because all the Anivias killed her. So yeah, so it was an interesting game where we didn't draw Anivia until like super late. But once she's on the field, it's kind of like what do you do, right? You're just losing your board every single turn, and then she just keeps coming back. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Ziggs Taliyah. This is a very, very bad matchup for us. Opponent should be able to just run us down before we can even get anywhere close to beating them. I'm thinking if he's actually keeping the Vengeance, the Avalanche is actually correct. Fearsome Blocker, AoE, Anivia. It's an interesting consideration. Yeah, we have a good blocker. So we have a good early blocker. Because even if they'll... So let's say that the opponent... Okay, well, that's enough. I was going to say, if the opponent summons the Rock Hopper, we can summon the Sentry and eat up the landmark. Opponent attacks it for 2. I still think I'm okay with that as well. Maybe we do the Entreat this turn. Actually, doing the Entreat this turn, if the opponent decides to... Okay, there we go. So Rock Hopper means that we just do this and call it a day. He sacrifices that unit. We get a draw. The 3 damage that he pushes, we can just heal it up with the Tavern Keeper. And then we start slowly setting up what we need to actually win, right? Boom. We have Vengeance to be able to deal with Ziggs or Taliyah. The problem is that we need to play around the Hourglass, right? So if the opponent has Hourglass, then this is a little bit annoying. I don't want to give him the block with the Rock Hopper just yet. I think we can block the 6 while doing the Withering Well to stop, like, to get the value that we need. So opponent cannot attack here, right? Because if they attack, they just playing right into our either, you know, our Well or their Ravine, either one. They will need to summon the Stasis right now. I really just want a Well right now, to be honest. I really like just Welling right now. So let's say we Well. If we pass, opponent always passes back here, right? Which is fine. If he passes back, I'm also okay with that. If opponent attacks, they lose to the Well. If they don't attack, we just get one turn closer to a win condition, and we don't care. So I think actually the pass is probably correct. It's the most correct of the lines that we can take. If it goes like this, we could bots instead. I think it's just Well. I think we just do the Well. So if he's going to force the attack, I think we go ahead and do the Well. Get rid of his units. We can open attack with the Tavern Keeper, push 3 damage. Not like it's going to mean a lot. If opponent ever taps out of the Stasis, then we could potentially kill his 6 with the Grasp. I hate using our spells that heal, though, when the opponent is still not damaging us yet. It's kind of unfortunate. Wow. Are we ever doing the bots here and just setting up another Well? Kind of like it. Kind of like this. This sets up another Well. Sets up another Well. It sets up another board clear. So we can kill it 2 ways. We can do Ravine. We can do Anivia, right? Yeah, we can. Anivia can literally kill the like his cards. Dope. Opponent can never attack with 6, otherwise they lose the game. What if we just block? What if we just block and we just attack with Anivia next turn? Oh, I mean, if you're gonna give it to us like this, I'm gonna take this damage. I'm not gonna do the Well yet until the opponent commits something else. So opponent goes like this, so... Is Anivia still better? You know what? I think Anivia is still better. I think Anivia is still better because he also... I guess the 6 levels up, so technically we don't get to kill the 6. But he sets us up to potentially be able to also get the Harsh Winds because we have an intrigue to get a second Anivia. And I think the Harsh Winds is going to be very important. Opponent cannot really block unless he sacrifices their 6, right? Now the 6 is going to be doing a lot of damage to us because... And he just gives us another unit for free. Opponent is down to 3 cards. Opponent does know that Anivia does 1 to all units, right? That's pretty suspect. I guess here's the question. Do we even do that or do we just play the Ravine? No, I think we attack with Anivia. Because every one of his units is going to die. And if he blocks with 6, it means that he's going to lose the 6, right? We can keep the Vengeance. We can keep the mana for the Vengeance instead for the 6. I guess opponent could have Taliyah right here, which would be kind of annoying. But again, as long as we have another Anivia that we can pull out, I think it's fine. As long as we can pull another Anivia out, I think we're fine. Because we're going to be able to do the Harsh Winds. Because the only thing that concerns me here is going to be... Like... Yeah, see, the Overwhelm is what concerns me. But, like I talked about, we do have So if we do the vengeance now. So let's say we do the vengeance. Opponent has two options. Opponent either has the hourglass or has to have the Rider negation right here. We still have enough mana to pull Anivia with... Oh, wow. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'll take that. So, but we still have enough mana for Netson doing the entreat into the Harshwinds. And I'm going to keep this in the back of my hand. Like, I'm not going to play this yet. I'm going to just keep it in the back of my... I guess keep it in the back of my head, right? So he's trying to go super wide now, I guess. Why don't we just do this? Why don't we just do this and just summon a second Anivia? I guess we're giving him the egg for free, which is kind of annoying. But we have Rekindler now, and we have Anivia as well. So we do give him the egg for free, but we have Anivia there, right? If opponent has another 6, we get punished, because then we would have enough for the entreat. But opponent obviously doesn't have the second 6, so I think this is fine. We have the entreat to pull another Anivia. I think if we just clear his board, I don't think the opponent can do anything. Anivia's gonna quote unquote level up next turn, so this is even worse in my opinion. I think we always sacrifice the Rekindler into the Magus. Yeah, I think we always sacrifice this. I don't think we need to take unnecessary damage. That's the Absolver. Is that enough to kill us? We live at 2. Okay. So we go back to 2. Now we're back to 4. We have a bunch of healing here. Our Anivia levels up next turn. We can even just do the Harwin right here, but I don't think that's necessary. I think we just go like this, do another Blighted Ravine, and have the mana to be able to just heal back up. So like the opponent's gonna do this, and the reason that I attack with Anivia before we do the Blighted Ravine is because if we let the Anivia die, okay, so that's pretty smart by opponent. If we don't attack with Anivia first, then she will have died to the Blighted Ravine, because it would trigger Blighted Ravine first and then Anivia level up. By having Anivia be the leftmost unit on our board, now we can play Ravine, and that way, like, it's not gonna die. The problem here is that by us doing this, we do lose the Anivia, right? So she's gonna become an egg, which is kind of unfortunate. What we can do though is that now we can save our mana. Now we can go like this and have Harshwinds available, because even though this is gonna turn into an egg, it still counts as an Anivia. So opponent will have to have the Pokestave to be able to stop this. Like, as long as we have these Harshwinds, I think we're in a decent spot. And then next time we just do the Harwin and win the game, unless the opponent has the... It's a mistake. I guess maybe not. Maybe by doing it this way, opponent stops us. Because what we talked about, right? There have been... Actually, I think the level up happens first. I'll need to verify to make sure. Just to be safe, though. Yeah. Okay, so then Anivia still stays on the left. So the level up happens first. Should happen first, yep. And then the Ravine happens second. We have 9 health. Plus, still having Grass and Harshwinds. There's no out. There's nothing that the opponent could draw that can get over this, right? Because even if they have the Arsenal, we have enough mana to do like Well plus Harshwinds on the Arsenal. And then we just win next turn. So yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Karma Udyr. So double the stand swaps once you get to turn 10, but isn't that a little bit like too late? What if we just... I think I need a Vengeance, right? Like either Vengeance or quickly get their Anivia. Okay, we get the Anivia at least. So we get the Entreat, which will help us get Anivia. The Ruination is nice, but it's very vulnerable to Deny, which the opponent is playing Ionia. So Deny is a very big issue that we have to be worried about. all the time. Starlight Seer. Okay. So this is like a Starlight Seer buffing up your units type of deck. Opponent needs to have the deny. If they don't have the deny, they lose the game. Simple as that. Right? I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna take this away right now before it gets out of control. And also because we don't really have anything else to do, right? So we heal up everything that they did. Cool, they get a tasty folk. Kind of annoying, but we do have the Rabin and the battlefield to stop it. If the opponent doesn't... Okay, yeah, I was going to say, if the opponent doesn't attack right away, they get punished. I think we still go ahead and do this. We can always battlefield this later. Or, you know, you just have a blocker for it now, which is also pretty good. I'm just going to do the battlefield now first. One is probably going to have Udyr right here. Yeah, there you go. Let's do this. Does he ever do the ram stance here? Does he do the ram stance to get rid of our units? No. Okay, he's gonna go for the urination. We did tap out of Ruination, but I don't think I want to ruinate right now anyways. I think I'd rather just... Okay, I guess we can Vengeance. Vengeance is gonna bait out... This is gonna bait out the first. This is gonna bait out the first deny. So this is gonna bait out the first deny, allowing a Ruination to go through later. Yep, be my guess. We have blockers for everything, and we just ruinate, right? One doesn't even attack with Udyr. It's pretty good for us. What if we Anivia right now? What if we just get the Anivia right now? The only problem here is that we both want to get to turn 10, right? And if we both want to get to turn 10, his Karma can probably do more value than us, right? This is interesting, right? Because if we ruinate, we might potentially lose our Anivia. If we attack... Well, I guess we don't have to attack. We still have enough mana for Ruination right now. If the opponent has the second deny, then this gets punished by it. Is it ever better to do the Vengeance? But this Ruination is too juicy to pass up. Like, Ruination is killing both champions, as well as enabling our Anivia. She's pretty crazy. I think I want him to tap out, though. I want him to tap out of the mana to be able to resummon an Udyr. 9 lives? What? Wait, opponent. You're kidding me, right? That's your big play? I think we just Vengeance then, no? I mean... Let's say we Vengeance here. We kill this guy. This goes down to 2 HP. Or are we ever Vengeancing the Karma instead? So my reason why not Vengeancing the Karma might make sense is that way we negate the stance swap here. But the Karma is letting him regenerate another spell. What if we don't block? What if we just go like this? What if we just ruinate? Sorry, we can block here. We block here. And then we do the Ruination. He'll heal his whole board. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think I like the Ruination. This will enable our Rekindler. So we can do the Ruination here. We have double Vengeance, right? Opponent taps out a deny, so we kill both champions. Opponent's down to just 4 cards. I never expected to see that card. He could do the 0-cost stance swap here to kill the Anivia, by the way, because he could do the Ram stance. Doesn't even do the Ram stance. So do we do anything? Do we just pass here? Let's do the Sentry. Let's do the Sentry. That's like a low committal play. I guess we lose the Anivia anyways now because of the ramp stance here. No, because if he does the ramp stance, we just vengeance the target, right? So if he tries to do the ramp stance, vengeance will punish that. And this should be game now. Because we can vengeance the Karma. We have double Anivia on the field. Enough blockers for everything. We can vengeance any target that he does. Like, cool, yeah, you got a lot of value here, but that's not going to be enough. And then next thing you just lose. What the hell? Oh, this was created. No, was it created or does he actually play that? I think he actually plays that. Grant all allies in deck +2/+2. Alright, we need to finish soon, but I mean, we will finish soon anyways, right? So we're always finishing soon anyways because we have access to Rekindler. I'm just going to vengeance this right now. Just going to vengeance this right now. Yeah, so he doesn't get value, and then we just summon another Rekindler next turn. We're going to be 6 wide with 3 Anivias that are leveled up. So yeah, GG's. That was an interesting deck by the opponent though, but yeah, GG's. So in this matchup, we'll be going up against Kindred Viego. Kindred is kind of annoying. Vengeance is really good. Vengeance is really good, actually. Problem is also Deny, right? Deny and Syncopation are a problem. It might be greedy to keep Anivia this early, by the way, but I think I'm fine keeping her, because that way we don't break if we get like Rekindler, or even like this, how we got the Harrowing. Yeah, Syncopation, Deny are both the punish for the Vengeance. Okay, I think I'm okay passing back, opponent. Remember who you're playing against. You're playing against Anivia. Sure. Let's have a blocker here. Let's have a blocker here. Let's have a blocker here, right? And this is what's gonna happen. If opponent has Kindred right now, they probably want to attack. What do we think? So, do we save the Vengeance for the Viego? Or can we do it on the Kindred? I don't think we do it on the Kindred. Kindred's kind of annoying, but I don't think Kindred is worth of us losing our Vengeance. Oh wow, okay, he's just gonna draw. Oh wow, sorry. So he's just gonna draw. Yeah, because technically this stops his damage. This stops the same amount of damage as if we heal. Opponent's giving us the attack, which is completely fine with us, right? If the opponent gives us that attack, that would have been like A-okay with us. We pass. Opponent plays Viego with Vengeance. Opponent doesn't have mana for Deny. Thank you. Or doesn't have mana for Deny or Syncopation. So that's one Viego gone. I'll take that. I'll take that Viego any day. Any day of the world. Anivia can actually kill this guy, but we also have Whale. We have a few ways to do this. That's actually kind of annoying. That's actually really annoying. The good thing is that every time that Anivia dies, right, she summons the egg again. So, like, is it really a big issue that the opponent is killing Anivia? And we just do this. And then now this is going to be vulnerable to an avalanche, potentially. Like, even if Viego levels up right here. It's two options. We can let this die. And then this is going to die to a Battle Feast. Or we can glimpse now and potentially get something else. And then we leave that unit alive. Because the opponent's getting awfully close. This is definitely going to potentially just die to a Battle Feast. So I guess we can just glimpse the Battle Feast next turn, right? We don't need to block it right now. Why do they always get all the Viegos, man? We kill the first Viego clean, and then they get the second Viego not so clean. Yeah, we just glimpse. And there you go. There's the Battle Feast like we talked about. We glimpse right here, stopping from getting the Battle Feast value. Gonna grab a second Battle Feast. Oh, just Snapify, so then we just... Let's just glimpse again, I guess. I was thinking if it was actually worth it to do like the avalanche right now. I don't think it was. Oh, man. Now, we could do this right now. And threaten that Viego. Because we'll have access to both well and battle fees. So opponent needs to have a way to buff this up. Otherwise, they just lose, right? Because like even if they have the Hydrobind right here, it's not enough. The Hydrobind shouldn't be enough. I guess the Hydrobind is enough if the opponent has like... Let's say that they have the deny right here. This is awkward, right? Because opponent could easily save this with something like a twin. Wow. Wow. I would have told you that was never gonna work in a million years. And apparently it just did. Not only did it just work, but we can actually even just well his whole board. Which I don't think it's worth it. I think we just do the sentry. We do the sentry, it gives us the draw. Right? Wow. And he's even gonna give it to us. Why give us the draw? When all we need is like with Kindler or something. There's a consideration that we kill that soldier now before a Viego comes down in the field. I don't think it's necessary. There's also consideration that the Harren here is okay. I don't think that's also correct. I think with only one Anivia in the field, I want to hold back on this Harren. Opponent can always deny this too, right? So that's not the problem. Hydroban is kind of annoying. So opponent lost 2 Viegos already. Hydroban would be a problem, as the opponent could just get so much value and those units could get so big. Wow. Just a straight up pass. Just a straight up pass. Huh. Come on! How many times is he gonna get, like, Viego, bro? Like, look how bad this one is. Because, like, all we get is, like, an Anivia that's gonna potentially just die here. We get some draw, we get some fearsome blockers. But this Anivia is always dying. And if the opponent has the deny, which we just play, you know, we try to test this here. So obviously they don't have the deny. The egg doesn't actually stay alive. We do get a draw because we have this sentry here. We have a blocker for the Viego. Okay, that's the 3rd Viego though. So if they lose that Viego, they're in a bad spot. We definitely don't block with Anivia. Because if Anivia gets like to the egg, she can die to another Battlefield. Opponent has used 2 Battlefields already though. So that would have to be the 3rd Battlefield for opponent to kill us. I just wanted to have... This is not bad bots value. I'm gonna wait though. I'm gonna wait for the opponent to attack. I'm gonna wait for the opponent to attack before we try to go for the bots value. Ooh. You can't. We have blockers for everything, man. Like, what is he doing? Like, what is he doing? I like these bots, because now he puts the Viego at 2 HP, which means that Anivia just kills it next turn. And even if Anivia doesn't kill him, then we have Blighted Ravine and Well to be able to push the damage that we need, and that will be their last Viego. And because his AoE, Syncopation is not enough, so it has to be like Twin. Opponent could technically have second Vengeance. Okay, yeah, so they're the Twin right now. Opponent could have technically had second Vengeance plus Bow Feast. I just don't think they had it. Oh, and we draw the second. We draw our Vengeance, so now we can just kill the Viego. Although something tells me that maybe we keep the Vengeance for the Hydrobind, because I think we can actually just kill the Viego straight up with our AoE. As crazy as it sounds. Maybe not. Maybe we do need to Vengeance this Viego right away. Because Vengeance in the Viego right now means that we don't lose to a... Oh. Vengeance in the Viego right now means that we only lose to denied, right? An opponent already showed us 2 times that they don't have denied. Let's just get rid of their last Viego. Opponent doesn't have enough to do syncopation because they don't have another unit. So I think killing the Viego right now is better than anything. The Hydroban is not that scary because we have blockers for the miss. This is their 3rd Viego already, so they will have to top deck the deny right here. Because they didn't have it the last 2 times, right? Okay, so he's going to just go for the Anivia kill. By just doing the 3rd Battle Feast here, I guess. So this is going to be the 3rd Battle Feast. The moment that we get Harrowing... So we even get the Anivia back. Like I said, we have blockers for everything here. We have blockers for everything, so I'm not too concerned about this. The Hydroban is a little bit big, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. And we get the Harrowing. So now, if we lose our units, that's fine. Opponent already killed Anivia multiple times. Stun. I'm just gonna do this now. If opponent has a deny right now, that's fine. I guess we get hit by the fearsome. Wow. Yeah, so no deny again. No deny again. He finally commits the 2nd vengeance, and then he's gonna get punished by the Harrowing to finish the game next turn. I wish that Spiraling wasn't there, because actually it's gonna prevent... I guess it doesn't matter, because we don't have enough Anivias anyways, but we just do this. Yeah, we don't have enough Anivias, so we just do this. It gives us 4 Anivias. And now we also have Harsh Winds. So there you go. Woo! This deck is actually nuts for me today. Like I actually won all the games that I played. Fair, we only played 5 games, so we went 5-0. But every game that you saw in this video was literally us playing Anivia. You see that people forgot how to play against Anivia? Or this deck is just actually good. Which is possible, right? Like, Field of Rush is really good. And makes me think that this is also kind of good. So, yeah, there you go. Lethal again with Anivias. And if I remember correctly, this game is going to take us back over 100 LP. So just with Anivia today, we got quite a bit of LP, right? So we actually go above 100. We go to 105. Nice. GG's. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed those games. We had some pretty naughty games with Anivia, and like I talked about in the last game, we literally went 5-0. So all 5 games that you saw today were all the 5 games that we played, and we showcased them all in the video. The deck actually felt really, really freaking good. I can't deny that. It takes a mulligan. I think obviously it's gonna be matchup dependent. If you're going against something like aggro, you probably want to keep stuff like Battle Feast, Wells, even Grasp, right, in your and Tyrant Keeper in your hand. If you're going against something that's gonna go a little bit more later on, you know, you can get a little bit more greedy and you can keep Anivia, and stuff like that, right? Keeping Vengeance is nice if you know you need to remove a big threat, so like a big Udyr or a big Viego. But aside from that, it's like that, right? So either you keep your blockers and your heals against aggro and mid-range to be able to survive. You keep Vengeance against like big units like Viego, or I guess honestly Victor as well is a good target for Vengeance. And you keep Anivia for like super greedy matchups against other control decks. That would be my suggestion. Anyways, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the games today. I had a lot of fun with this deck, which is usually not my style. If you like the content, please make sure to like the video below. You can also subscribe to us. We post LOR videos every single day. And you can also find us on Twitch at Twitch Sirturmund. We're seeing 3 to 4 times a week, usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And you can also find us on Twitter and Discord. The links to those are both in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. And I'll see you all again tomorrow.